Hey, look, folks, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing, extended, beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's always appreciated. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting to you and just give you good vibes you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath, please go ahead and share. If they're needing spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share in your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And as always, thank you so much for the love and support, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And this video is called Twin Flame 101. Twin Flame 101, Heyokas change of constant challenges. You go into solitude to focus on what needs your balance. And that's true. I noticed a lot of things like last week. It was like going through acceptance. You had to be able to accept a lot of things that has taken place, accept you as who you are as a person. Don't be judgmental towards yourself, other people, or even the world, and now it's just like this week, they want you to be able to know we're placing you in solitude for a reason. This is giving you that time where you have complete, focus on whatever is needing to take place within your life, within yourself, within your person, your path that you have chosen or you have been guided to be able to go through that acceptance of anything that's going on in your life. There's a lot of things that is taking place in our life, especially right now, especially with it was like the full moon. I think it went back to back, and and it's just like a lot of times either it depends on the person, because even with people that I talk to, on a one-on-one basis, I'll be telling them, I'm like, man, look, when we go through those phases, I feel stuff either like starting of that week, if it's like 3 or 4 days behind then, I mean, in future days or whatever, I'll start feeling it, at least a couple of days from that, depending on how potent that frequency is. You'll start feeling it, and it can put you in different elements, of your emotions. It can make you very happy. It can get you to that point where you're crying for, gratitude and appreciation for everything. Even when you're going through the worst of the worst, you'll start getting that clarity, saying, you know what, I went through the hard times. I really have faced different things where it felt like I was just going towards, you trying to move up, but it felt like you were going towards the energy. And it's just a lot of times you're actually fighting the old, bringing up the new. And so a lot of times it can make you feel like it's a push and pull situation or a fight or flight mode, because you're going in that new frequency that you are not actually adjusted to yet. A lot of times we're became accustomed of how we used to do things in our old ways. When you're stepping in a new vibration, you can't do things like you used to do, because you're in a whole new vibration. They're telling you to catch up. You want to be able to catch up with that vibration that's being coming up to you. And so it's just like new levels, different devils. You're going to go through constant challenges because it's telling you to challenge yourself, your life. Even a lot of times it gets uncomfortable. It gets aggravating, because especially if these are things you're not used to. They always tell us, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because those are the things that's coming into your life. If you wanting new things in your life, you have to start sacrificing things that you weren't able to sacrifice before. You're going to have new challenges. You're putting yourself in balance. And a lot of times it can be very frustrating, with everything that's going on right now in the world, your earth empath, all this different stuff that you're seeing it within the world. It can be very hurtful, just placing prayers and stuff on different things that's going on, and that's all, if that's all you can possibly do, prayer can go a long way for anybody on social media as much as it is, because there's a lot of different things that's taking place in the world that we shouldn't take all that on within ourselves. Things are taking place that are just out of our control. All we can do is just place prayer. If you can't do anything else, just place that prayer towards anybody that's going in. But just being able to see all the different things that's taking place in your life, it's just like, you have to be able to give yourself that vibration, or that that spiritual nudge in that cycle, in your psyche, because it could be something. If you're telling yourself it's hard, that's what you're making in your reality. This is hard, I can't push through it, this is just annoying, or this and this and that. You're creating resistance within that. And just being able to say, what, I don't know what to expect, but I have to expect the unexpected. But just being open towards that change that's creating better for me. And when you're a lot of times you have to keep repeating that, because that's that vibration that you're staying open to. It's just like, let me stay open to this. I don't know what the universe is going to teach me, but it's going to create me for better. And then when we're allowing ourselves to do that, because there's certain times I get aggressive with my own self, like, ugh, and I'm like, pause. Just pause for a minute. You need to be able to do that, because there's so many different emotions that's coming up right now, and you may be dealing with more than one thing. And then when you're allowing yourself, when you're doing, I got this going on, and that's, we have a time for doing that, because we are in a human experience, so we tend to do things like that. But just allowing yourself to say, yes, I'm dealing with so much right now, and you have to keep constantly reminding yourself, process of the progress. We stand in the way, and a lot of times, like, move the heck out of the way and let me do this for you, because a lot of times, universe is just like, and allow yourself to get out of the way. So, let universe clear that out, let universe do what it needs to do, and you just do your part. They need you just be quiet, stay still. You need to be able to do that. But just being able to remind yourself, these are the things that's creating for the better. These are the things that's clearing me out. It's clearing out that closet I've had with the clutter of mishaps, bad decisions, self-reflection on being negative towards myself, being negative towards other people, way that I see the world. Have I been heavy judgmental, or have I been poking the finger at everybody else's wrongdoings, but not ignoring the things that I've done? These are the things that they're telling you to do, but you have to do like a mental check, but make sure you're doing it in a positive vibration. It's just like, yeah, I've been very frustrated, so I've been projecting my mishaps on other people, and it's out of my control. Even though these things, I myself to do my affirmations, that I did my mantras, did I tell universe what I'm grateful for? Have I did my my meditations? You have to be able to see why is things being frustrating, or even when mishaps happen, we allow ourselves to take it on, and not we see it as a struggle and not something that gives us a chance to move forward. And sometimes it happens that way. We can get caught up in that situation where it's like, what, we're going against the resistance, we're creating resistance, and you have to be able to just pause that for a moment and just allow yourself to know, even when this is like not something I want to be doing at this point in time, you have to be able to allow yourself to psych yourself out a lot of times. And when you start psyching yourself out, it becomes that routine of creating something like, this creating better. Remember that. Don't allow yourself to go against this. This is making you a better person. That's putting you in in different ways. I just have to allow myself to learn, do more positive things. And, because I like clearing out my house. I feel like, clean house is next, cleanliness is next to godliness. And I don't know about anybody else, but when I know my house is, clean and smells good and all that stuff, it makes me feel a lot better. Even though I might be tired and my body may be hurting, is, towards that, all the different bins. Or even, I always tell people, don't let your laundry stay, past like 4 days like that, in your blankets and your pillowcases and stuff like that. At least every 4 to 5 days. Even especially, it's a lot worse when you have animals. So you really have to get it done. Those are the best things to do. Don't keep your laundry piled up like that, because that creates extra energy that it shouldn't be lingering around that long. So you have to be able to, sage different things, if that, it's just like, even when I feel, because I'm going through rapid vibrations, I just keep lighting this, and plus it smells so good anyway. that I try to use as well, just to be able to keep me on that balance. And these are the things that you're doing, even if journaling, that's really good. If you don't have anybody to talk to, this is putting your thoughts on paper. And even if it's something negative that's taking place, try to be able to find a positive outlet. Like if you're going through something, it's just like, okay, I'm tired of facing my old chapters in my life. Okay, what's the positive outcome can be out of that? Oh, these things are strengthening me in ways that's allowing me to cut cords from certain attachments, whether it's the situation, the feelings, or the memories from that situation, or just being able to change the outlook on how I'm seeing that chapter of my life. And then when you can allow yourself to see that, even though you see that as a problem, you have to be able to understand these are the situations that's making you a lot better. I've always constantly said there were situations I was in that was very toxic, but it allowed me to love myself, because there are certain situations I would place myself in. They clearly showed me where I'm at now, where I just didn't love myself. I was placing love in situations where I wasn't being reciprocated. And it was just like putting myself last, allowing me to take my happiness away to make other people happy. It may have, drove me crazy, hurt me deep. But now it's like I don't settle for anything. I always want to make sure that I go through that grieving process, not especially if it's a marriage or, a unionship or, common law or whatever. When you're ending that, you're going through that grief period. Don't jump into a new relationship, because a lot of times if that's going to be a blessing to you and you have not all the way healed, and that's something that God's bringing into your life, you can end up messing up your blessing and making somebody pay for something that didn't even do those things to you. That's why they always tell you don't jump into one relationship to get into a next one, because you don't want to feel that, because it's going to bring on the same repeated cycle except different person. So there's giving you that time to go through that grieving process. Allow yourself to know what the do's and the don'ts do. Learn from the situations that brought bad out into the relationship, and also appreciate on both ends, whatever it was that impacted you bad, you can still look at it a good way. It's like, okay, I did that, so I know not to do that again. Or, oh, I said that, I know not to say that again. Or I accepted this, I know not to accept that again. And when you're allowing yourself to see everything of what what was that issue in your life that you lacked within yourself that gave you a positive, so it took you into another balance. And then when you're allowing yourself to do that, you'll be so appreciating of those things. It's like I look at all the different relationships I've been in, and not all of them were toxic, but I can also sit up here and say, I appreciate those ones, even the ones that didn't even last. I've learned something from my relationships with myself as well with other people, and the things that I choose to connect with and I don't connect with. But I appreciate them all as in the same. It's a learning experience. And they want you to be able to do that because it's creating a strength and balance within yourself, what you're wanting to manifest into your life, and what you'll attract when you start getting things that's more positive towards your life. Even when certain things are being a mirage, is being cloaked, you'll be able to feel that. And then you'll start knowing like, dang, I really did a lot of clearing, because now I know certain things that may be a bait for me. I'm not allowing myself to bring that in. I'm being very selective, like I said in the other video. Your mind, your heart, your aura, your essence is very sacred to you. You have to be able to treat it like that. That's something that's priceless. And when you're bringing stuff in, even with the relationships you choose to keep, you have to understand, this is going to change you in different ways. It could be something that's going to make you be more better in your life. These are the things that's going to, strengthen your well-being, your mental health, the choices you make, the things that you go forward and do, the things where you allow yourself to break free from, these things are going to support you and take you towards something bigger and better. And then you'll look at certain things in your life that you've seen, that you went through, that could have been very toxic, draining, just painful. And then you'll see, wow, if I didn't go, it's for you, to where even though your worst situations can bring very positive, beautiful outcomes, you have to be able to see it like that. Like I said, I got to remind myself of a lot of that every single day. So I don't have, I'm not looking at stuff and just dwelling on it, because there's no need for dwelling on it. Either it's, it's going to, take you to another, situation, or it's going to keep you in a repetitive cycle. You just got to choose which one is worse. Which one is it? So I hope you were able to resonate with that. I'm getting ready to have my live chat. I hope to be able to connect with y'all in that. So, in those situations, but I would love to give a post notification shout out to Marta. Much love to you. Quantum 369, Billy Gradler, much love to you as well. Breezy, be easy. Tarot reading, much love to you as well. 6 with expectancy. And much love to everybody who's watched the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, leave a message, leave a comment down there. I always leave my contact information in the description box below if you ever want to get towards a spiritual network, or you're needing assistance, or just want to share spiritual views with me, or your experiences, just to get my insight, or even, a deeper understanding. I try my best to help. It's always confidential, and I always leave my link to my podcast as well. I do those as well, and share short beta YouTube shorts. I see a lot of different ones that are very uplifting and very positive. We go through those things, and a lot of times we need that positive insight to flow through, especially when we're feeling a little bit lost. So I try to be able to show those as well. They've helped me out, and I always make sure that you see their tag name from IG, so you can go ahead and go towards their account if you have Instagram. So I don't want to take credit for anybody's work, but I want to be able to give them their their shout out, because if it helped me, I want to share it to help other people as well. And I always leave my on my community page, I also leave different memes and stuff, just to uplift you, give you that good laugh. But I also love to share the ones that are that really hits deep when you're going through things, you start getting through doubts, and you just need that comfort as well. I try to be able to give you everything that you need at that time. So hopefully you'll be able to hit me up in the next few minutes on my chat, and whatever you got going on that you're trying to manifest, I hope it comes so much bigger and better than you ever expected, and come sooner than you ever predicted as well. And make sure you have a prosperous week. Much love. Peace.